Now that we've gone through the styling of a basic document and the generation of a table of contents from the header styles, we're going to have a look at the Thesis template, which has got all those styles already included. It's also got other features including page numbering and a caption table of contents as well, and I'm going to go through a little bit of the detail of this to explain how it's done. Okay, there's certain sections of this and it's just a case of changing the entries to what you wish. You can even remove pages and insert pages. The first section is numbered in Roman numerals, so it's important that if you delete a page from the end of this section or beginning of the next section, that you be careful that you don't end up with the incorrect numbering type. So let's go down through the various lead-in sections and now go to the table of contents. So the table of contents, you can see, has a list of different content types, and you can see the first part of it. We have these table of contents. We have pages which have got no numbers, so we're not applying numerical values to them, and yet they appear in the correct order. They appear as if they were a header chapter header type or style. And the way this is done is, if we look at one of them, we just go back to abstract, or acknowledgements is fine, and we select that. Remember what I said is, you select it and look at the style panel above. You can see what style it is. You can see it's this style called Jerry, which I've inserted it, and I've given this style a very similar one to a heading. It behaves like a heading, but it doesn't have the numerical part of it. So if you want to insert one of these new pages in and you want to include it in the table of contents, you use this style. Let's go back to the table of contents, and you can see the rest of them then are styled in the way that we've looked at before. They're either heading type 1, 2 or 3. When we get beyond the main table of contents, we can see there's a list of tables, figures and equations. Now these are done through captions, and you can see this list of this table of contents is actually divided into 3. It's a table of contents for the tables, a table of contents for the equations, and a table of contents for the figures. Now when we enter in captions throughout the document, and we refresh either of these 3 table of contents, we should get the new captions or modified captions updated into this. But it is important to note that all 3 won't be done together. You have to, if the table captions have changed, you update the table captions here from this tree. Although when we create this table, it creates the 3 together in that order, and I don't think there's a way that I understand of changing the order. It'll always be tables first, equations second, and figures next. So if we go down, because all the other stuff has really been covered in terms of the document and the chapters and so on. If we go down to one of these, because I want to just describe how the captions work if you want to include a new caption. And we're going to include a caption for the table. So let's go down to where the table exists onto that page, and we can see it's in chapter 5, and we have a table here with a caption below, and it says table 5.1. So we're going to insert a new table very simply. Insert table just like that, and we're going to put a caption in for this table, as you might do as you're working with the document. And we would do this by selecting outside the table and go up to references, and we go across to insert captions here. Okay, you can see the option comes up below, so we're going to click on caption, and forget about the option on the top, but if you look at the label for the caption, we have 3 options here. We have equation, figure and table. So we're going to choose a table option, and we're going to click OK to that. And you can see it's gone in there as table 2, because we've already got 5.1 up there, and this is the number it's looked at. We've added this 5 to make it convenient, and if we want to modify this, we just put the cursor in there and type in a 5, because the captions captures captions in a sequence throughout the document and not necessarily for the chapter. Now if you have a problem that, for instance, you have a 5.1 and a 5.2 and you come to the next chapter and you have another table in there, it's going to put it in as 3, and it won't put it in as the next chapter 3, like it won't put it in as 6.3. So in that case I would suggest that you ignore the 5 and simply put in a list of straight table numbers and figures, so that it follows the sequence throughout the document. So now that we've put that caption in, we want to go back to our contents page, and we want to update the table to show that this is reflected in it. And we'll do this by just going back very quickly to page 7 or thereabouts. Actually, it's one of the other pages, so we'll just go back, just scroll back here to our table of contents. And remember, it's the table, it's a list of tables that we want to update, so we right click on that, choose the update field and update the entire table, and we can see our new caption has gone in there. So captions work differently, they don't get styled in the same way, although we can style that caption, and if we look at the caption style, it's going to be styled as a caption. And if we select it here and look at from the home page, we can see it's styled as a caption. So that pretty much covers most of the features of this template, and in conjunction with the first part of the video describing how to number sections in a document, this should enable you to be able to modify this template to suit your needs. Thanks for watching.